Today we're talking about the 5 biggest mistakes that will prevent you from selling your home from top dollar. Hi everybody, it's Gregory Martire, and thanks for coming back to Living in Philadelphia, where we put out a lot of weekly epic content on what it's all about to buy and sell in the Philadelphia area. If you're thinking about buying or selling, consider subscribing to our channel. All right, so let's get to it. Today we're talking about the 5 biggest mistakes that will prevent you from getting top dollar when you're selling your home. If you stick around to the end, I got a bonus for you as well. So in no particular order, let's start with number 5. Number 5 is time to sell. Waiting for the market, or time of year, or we're gonna wait a little longer, waiting for spring. Trying to time the market is impossible. Now, if it were possible, we would have a channel called How to Time the Market in Real Estate. When the time is right for you, that's the best time to sell your home. The market is flooded in the spring market in the Philadelphia area with a lot of houses and also a lot of buyers. So it's not a terrible idea to list your property in the wintertime. There are a lot less buyers and a lot less houses for sale, but there are a ton of transactions comparatively. So number 5 is the time to sell. When the time is right for you, or if you're waiting a little longer, you may outwait the market and you may end up hurting yourself. So when the time is right, that's the time to do it. Number 4 is skimping on the photography or skimping on the marketing. So we don't want to be cheap about it, right? We want to get top dollar, so we need to provide a top dollar product. Taking your own photos, or maybe you're a real estate professional, if you hire them, or taking their own photos, at least have them turn their phone the right way. But skimping or trying to cut corners when it comes to marketing, or not having a marketing budget at all, is a huge, huge mistake no matter what the market environment is. We want to make sure that we present the property, the house, your house, probably one of your biggest or the biggest investment you have, in the correct light. So any cutting of corners or cheapening of the marketing is certainly going to affect your bottom line, and you heard it here. All right, so top 3, coming in at number 3 is emotions. So don't be so emotional. Don't you hate when people tell you that? Oh, well, don't be so emotional about it. So as I mentioned before, this is probably your biggest, the biggest, our biggest investment, our biggest choice that we could make in our lives, and it is one of the most stressful events in a person's life is buying and selling their home. But detaching your emotions is key. Try not to be emotional. Try to lean on some support. Maybe your real estate professional, hint, a great realtor in the Philadelphia area, can help guide you through an emotional time, whether it's a repair cost or maybe a comment that somebody makes, or perhaps something you found out about your home that you didn't know. Keeping your emotions out of it, trying to make a decision based on facts and figures, definitely affects what you're going to get at the settlement table. Keep your emotions in check. Try your best to remain stoic. All right, number 2, and this might even be number 1, but next on our list here is pricing the property right. There are hundreds of factors that comes to pricing a property right. The biggest and most important factor is ultimately the condition of the home versus the price. So the location, I'm sure you've heard that. Well, we can't pick up the house and move it. So your location is where it's going to be. The condition of the property and the price you put on that is going to directly influence the amount of money you're going to get. So we need to have a few opinions. Your own opinion, of course. Definitely you want to use Google, and you want to start clicking in how much is my home worth, because if the internet says your house is worth that, then it must be true. But really, your own opinion, a real estate professional's opinion, perhaps an appraiser, it's worth that money to spend a few $100s to actually get, now, which is just another appraiser, or just another opinion, I should say, but it's from a professional that does that all day long. So we need to price the property right, PPR, price property right. All right, you understand what I'm saying. We don't want to overprice it. We don't want to underprice it. But being underpriced is better because it opens up the circle of buyers, the amount of people that will show up to your house. So try to get some good information, rely on a professional. I will certainly do my best to help you if you need any help at all like that. No matter where your property is, be glad to do it. Number 1 is, now of course I'm biased, but hiring the right professional. Certainly you could sell your house on your own. Absolutely. You could also do your own brain surgery too, but we won't get into that. But when choosing, if you decide you want to hire a professional or seek professional advice or professional help, How we're going to choose that professional is critical. What are we looking for? Well, results, right? Results, not what they say, or what they say versus what they actually do. So excuses, excuses, excuses. So what kind of history do they have? What kind of marketing plan do they have? And just a marketing plan that they could verbally tell you about may not be super helpful if you're actually trying to get top dollar for your property. Having a written marketing plan or a digital marketing plan certainly trumps out not having a marketing plan at all. There is a plan of action. In order to get the right offer for your property, we need to get enough people showing up at your door. In order to get enough people showing up at your door, the marketing has to be working. And the marketing needs to be professional, but it needs to be tracked and it needs to be effective. You'll know in about 3 weeks if your property is priced right or not. It really shouldn't take longer than that. 21 days or 2 full business weeks and 2 sets of weekends if you're tracking the marketing. If you're paying dollars for marketing, you're seeing where they're going. If the marketing is working and the people are showing up at your door, the marketing is working, right? So you've hired the right professional. So we've got results, we've got marketing, reputation certainly has a lot to do with it. Also, what kind of professional backing do they have? When I say backing is what kind of history, what kind of relevance? Is it their company? Maybe it's important. What kind of documentation? What kind of listing contract is it? There's a lot of moving parts than just to say, oh, I've heard of that company before. Are they actually effective? If you want to talk to one of the top 3% of agents in the country, give us a call and shoot me a text. Certainly I can refer an agent to you in the area that you're looking in to sell in for sure. All right, so I promised you a bonus, and here's the bonus. It's sort of the opposite of number 1, is take with a grain of salt what non-professionals or people that know everything are saying. A lot of people are, oh, I heard this, or so-and-so told me that. Well, you know, and especially if you go on the internet, and if you read it on the internet, you know it must be true. But just be careful of what people are saying. Neighbors, people's opinions, maybe family and friends who are well-intentioned, and even some real estate professionals. Just be careful and take the advice, take the information as what it is, as information, and do your own homework. Get your own education. Get educated. Do we have anything else to say? If you were wondering how great we are at selling homes or great we are in the real estate process, our clients can tell our story better than we can. So please look in that comment section below. Click on the reviews link and check out what they're saying about us here on the World Wide Web. Nobody tells it better than social proof. Of course, I could tell you all day long, but why don't you hear it not from the horse's mouth? Some wonderful other horses that want to talk about us. Also, if you haven't downloaded our home selling guide, that's also down in the comment section below. Super helpful. That is a work in progress. So we do change that and tweak it from month to month, depending on what time of day it is and what part of the month we're in. But I'd be happy to help and glad to do it at any time. I really appreciate you stopping out on the channel. While you're here, hit subscribe, hit like, hit the comment. And if you do have a comment, please leave it below. If you want to send us an email, that's definitely more than welcome to do so too. Shoot us a text as well. I'm Gregory Martire, coming at you from living in Philadelphia, living in the world, and living in our beautiful country of America. Have a great day, everybody.